And we're...
Wait, can I start over? Did I start too early?
You already started?
And he's playing My Life is Brilliant.
Now.
You ever heard this song?
I have. Yes, I have. Okay, so, hello. This is the continual story for technically our last rated for 2010. Yeah, very sad. I'm Amanda the newbie wrangler, by the way. Alrighty, everybody ready? Alrighty. Mr. Yamamoto slammed his old ruler on the desk and broke it in two. "Look what you made me do," he yelled at his cat. The cat looked at him and meowed. The cat started changing, growing larger and developing human features. "Professor McGonagall?" he asked, bewildered. "Why aren't you at Hogwarts?" The witch brushed off her cloak, staring at the man. She brandished a sword, slicing his left arm off. With his other arm, he pulled out his radio and said, "Go on, kill anything that moves and then blow the structure with a demo charge." So, shovels in hand, all of the men charged in. They swung their shovels viciously, and they smashed into the heads of the lesbian zombies that were trying to ingest Obama's brain.
Yes! Lesbian zombies!
Once all the zombies were dead, they blew up the White House. "Did anyone save the president?" Jeff asked. "Which president?" Then the evil twin president broke through the cinderblock wall with a mech suit. "Oh yeah!" the evil twin president in the mech suit cried. "Oh no," the real president said. "I must do something." He ran to the nearest phone booth, spun around very fast, and emerged exactly 2.2 seconds later as Stinky Cheese Man. Right and left, people began to pass out from the horrible stench. But the evil, nasty villain, Glade Man, was ready for him. With his potpourri spray and flowery clean scents, he neutralized the pungent odors emanating from Stinky Cheese Man's smelly body. As Stinky Cheese Man slowly suffocated to death, his final words escaped his lips. "I smell so clean, so fresh." Glade Man shouted for joy. Haha, that's it. He had finally destroyed his arch-enemy, Stinky Cheese Man. After Glade Man celebrated the joyous destruction of his enemy, he realized that now he had no more enemies, and no more enemies meant no more work. "I have killed all of my enemies, chortled Glade Man. Therefore I must only have friends left." Alas, that was poor logic. Glade Man looked around and realized that there was no one left. Glade Man rested his butt on the ground and pulled out a luscious, scrumptious burger from Red Robin and began to nibble on it, until he realized the burger was speaking to him. "Why dost thou consume me, O man of little wisdom, who could really use the bread scroll of life's instruction that is imprinted on my bun?" "Because, my fair lady, I am important, and because of my importance, I am allowed to do whatever I want." Then she smacked him for getting fresh. She didn't care who he was or how important he thought he was. He most definitely could not do what he wanted. The sting of her slap made all men equal, including him. He keeled over from the force of it. He, however, was a ship, so all of the pirates on him tipped over into the ocean. Poseidon laughed evilly and rubbed his hands together, staring into the ocean that he had just wreaked havoc on. Tossing his usual trident aside, Poseidon grabbed the traveling shovel of death and wreaked even more havoc among the spilled pirates, smacking them again and again. "Why a shovel?" the pirates screamed. "I have no idea," Poseidon yelled. It simply appeared, along with the 12 ninjas and 50 dozen plot bunnies. "We're doomed," wailed the pirates as Poseidon raised the traveling shovel of death over their heads. Those not slain by the shovel soon succumbed to the ninjas and bunnies. That was until Chuck Norris appeared. And stole the traveling shovel of death and killed all the ninjas and bunnies. But the bunnies wouldn't die. The more Chuck Norris smashed and hacked the bunnies, the more bunnies appeared. They were spawning with each whack and slash of the shovel. In a matter of minutes, there was enough bunnies to overwhelm Chuck Norris. They took away the traveling shovel of death and used it to hack, slash, and chop Chuck Norris into bite-sized pieces. And then the bunnies devoured the tasty morsels, ensuring that Chuck Norris would never rise again. With Chuck Norris eradicated from existence, the bunnies took the traveling shovel of death and proceeded to slay all the Chuck Norris fans. Uh-oh, we're all dead.
You guys are.
Someone had to stop the bunnies with the traveling shovel of death, and that someone was Steven Seagal, deputy sheriff whose abilities were far greater than that lame Chuck Norris. Goodbye!
Bye.
Steven walked over to the shovels and eyed each of them in turn as he picked out the carrot-shaped shovel, orange with a green handle. It had the correct weight for obliterating any cute long-eared rabbit. He smiled and clicked his buck teeth together. He then grabbed the shovel by the blade and began to bite off bits at a time. Yum! Tastes just like a carrot. I then grew tired of its carroty taste. I threw the shovel at my neighbor in the next yard. He caught it mid-air, spun around, and started singing show tunes. He knew my weakness and was using it against me. My foot started tapping, and my hips started shaking, and finally, against my will, I started crooning Mamma Mia with my manipulative neighbor. And then everyone ran out of their houses and out into the street, singing Mamma Mia as loud as they could. Suddenly, Pierce Brosnan showed up and doused them all in fire for butchering the music of ABBA. The sound of Dancing Queen playing in the background, the zombies screamed in horror while being burned into a pile of ashes. And then, everything fell silent. Nothing uttered in the sound of the universe, let alone the omniverse. The final words echoed into every living entity's mind, and every inanimate object knew the oncoming doom. WTH, I see. No, WHT?
Uh-oh.
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 Sure, uh-oh, echoed out everywhere. And then the whole of existence ended, exploded inward, as if God just went click. The end. Wow. Quite interesting.
Is the first page noted with today's date?
It should be.
It's not.